Hello book fans, Robin here, back with another book review for you today, and it's for Bridge by Lauren Beukes. It's a funny thing about doing video reviews. Normally I do written reviews, and doing video reviews I suddenly have to learn how to pronounce things, so I probably mangled that, but I think it's Beukes. Lauren Beukes, she's a South African writer. She's written quite a few books. I think The Shining Girl has been translated into, not transferred to the TV, I think an Apple TV series. Moxieland is another one I read quite a long time ago. And this one, Bridge. Bridge is the titular character, short for Bridget, and it's a kind of multiverse, a many worlds theory type book where Bridget encounters lots of versions of herself and jumps into their lives, sort of quantum leap style. I really enjoyed this book. It's a while since I've read one of Lauren Beukes' books. Kind of forgotten how good they were, really. Really kind of interesting and thought-provoking, and just a really great read. A really very exciting. You kind of think, oh, how is this going to be exciting? But then partway through, this really interesting antagonist comes into the book, and you suddenly realise the book is not quite what you think is about. There's a fascinating reason she creates for why you can jump to these multiversal realities. At the beginning, Bridge's mother has died. Now, Bridge's mother is a neuroscientist, and Bridge kind of knows she's got this sort of many worlds theory and thinks she can jump into different versions of herself, her mother, and she kind of starts on a quest to try and find more about that. Bridget's mother had a brain tumour for much of Bridget's life, and Bridget to live up in the shadow of that, and there's an earlier event in Bridget's lifetime which we see through some diary entries where Bridget and her mother were on the run from her father, and this sort of psychotic break type incidents. So this whole time in the book we've got this: is it real, is it not real, can you actually travel into different versions of yourself? The way Bridge actually travels into her alternate versions is really quite interesting. It's not like a lot of these kind of books or films where you kind of jump on and get on in a different world. She actually jumps right into the position of this other person's life, and she doesn't know anything about them and what's going on. And more interesting, the other person actually is sort of swapped, so she's back in Bridget's body, back in Bridget's world. And things that you do, therefore, have moral implications for what happens, because it's only a temporary, transient thing. It doesn't last all that long, these jumps. So whatever you do, the other person has got to then go back to their life and live with whatever you've done in it. And it sort of adds a whole moral dimension to this, especially as the novel goes on, and Bridge has to make some decisions which don't need to affect her, but will affect alternate versions of Bridge herself. The actual scientific reason for why all this is going on comes into the book later, and is really, really interesting. And like I say, partway through, you get this fascinating antagonist, which is tied into the reasons for why it all works. And so as the novel builds, Bridge finds herself trying to face questions about what she should do, and her decisions will affect not only her but all of her friends. She's got a fantastic character here, probably my favourite character in the book, called Dom. They are by Bridge's side the whole way through, and whatever Bridge does was going to have deep implications for them too. So all in all, as the novel built to an end, I absolutely couldn't put it down. It's kind of a real slow builder. It's not excessively technical, there is some science in there, but by the end of it, it's absolutely riveting, gripping stuff. So I really, really enjoyed that. It's Bridge, and it's by Lauren Beukes, and I thoroughly recommend it. And I should say that it's published by Michael Joseph. I think it's out in hardback at the moment. It's $18.99, and I need to thank Black Crow PR for sending me a copy of this book, which I very much enjoyed. It's out now, so go read it. Bye.